What if I told you there's a prayer so powerful it once split the sea in two? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this isn't just a story. It's real. Today, I'm revealing an ancient prayer that's said to never fail, a prayer that opens doors, removes obstacles, and unlocks divine abundance. Legend has it that Moses used these exact sacred words to part the Red Sea. It wasn't just faith. It was a direct connection to God's limitless power. For centuries, mystics and sages have used this prayer to tap into the mysteries of creation. But here's something crucial. You must approach this prayer with understanding. The ancients warned that these words hold hidden codes, deep mysteries woven into the verses of Genesis itself. Each of its 7 lines represents a day of creation, each carrying a unique vibration designed to align you with divine order. So when should you use this prayer? Throughout history, words have held incredible power. Think about it. Every great transformation, every divine revelation, every spiritual awakening has been activated through words. The words you speak carry energy, and when spoken with intention, they can shift reality itself. This ancient prayer is not just any set of words. It is believed to be encoded with divine vibrations, designed to align you with the creative force of the universe. Now, you might be wondering, why haven't I heard of this prayer before? The truth is, sacred knowledge has often been guarded, passed down only to those deemed ready to receive it. But today, you have the opportunity to unlock this wisdom and experience the power of this prayer for yourself. Are you ready? Let's begin. There are 3 sacred moments when this prayer is most powerful. 1. At dawn, the energy of new beginnings. The dawn is a sacred time, symbolizing the birth of a new day and the renewal of life. In many spiritual traditions, the morning is considered the most potent time for prayer, meditation, and setting intentions. This is because the energy of dawn carries the frequency of creation itself, the moment when light first emerged from darkness. When you wake up, your mind is in a state of heightened receptivity. During sleep, your subconscious mind processes emotions, memories, and experiences, essentially resetting your mental and emotional state. This makes your first thoughts and words upon waking incredibly influential. They set the tone for your entire day and can shape your reality. By reciting this prayer at dawn, you are aligning yourself with the same divine energy that brought light into existence. This is the energy of creation, the force that transforms chaos into order and darkness into light. When you speak these words, you are not just praying. You are participating in the act of creation, inviting clarity, purpose, and divine guidance into your day. Dawn is the perfect time to set powerful intentions. As the sun rises, it illuminates the world, just as your intentions illuminate your path. By starting your day with this prayer, you are declaring your desires to the universe and inviting divine support to manifest them. This is your opportunity to step into the day with confidence, knowing that you are co-creating your reality with the divine. 2. At sunset, the energy of transformation. Sunset is a liminal moment, a threshold between day and night, light and darkness, activity and rest. It is a time of transition, making it a powerful moment for reflection, release, and transformation. As the sun sets, it reminds us that all things must come to an end to make way for new beginnings. Just as the sun completes its journey across the sky, we too must complete cycles in our lives. This is a time to let go of what no longer serves us, old patterns, regrets, and emotional baggage. By releasing these burdens, we create space for new blessings and opportunities. Sunset teaches us the art of surrender. It is a reminder that even in darkness, light will return. When you recite this prayer at sunset, you are acknowledging divine timing and trusting that the universe is working in your favor, even when you cannot see the full picture. This act of surrender opens you to the flow of divine grace and prepares you for the miracles that await. The energy of sunset is transformative. It is a time to reflect on the day's events, release any negativity, and invite healing and renewal. By speaking this prayer at sunset, you are aligning yourself with the energy of transformation, allowing the divine to work within you and through you. 3. In moments of urgency, the energy of miracles. Life often presents us with challenges that seem insurmountable, moments when we feel trapped, hopeless, or overwhelmed. These are the times when the power of prayer becomes most evident, as it connects us to the divine source of miracles. The story of Moses and the Red Sea is a powerful metaphor for these moments of crisis. When the Israelites were trapped between Pharaoh's army and the sea, it seemed like there was no way out. But when Moses spoke the sacred words, the sea parted, and a path was created where none existed. This story illustrates the power of divine intervention and the importance of faith in the face of impossibility. In moments of urgency, this prayer acts as a spiritual key, unlocking doors that seem closed and creating pathways where none exist. It is a reminder that no situation is beyond the reach of divine power. When you feel stuck or helpless, this prayer can shift the energy around you, opening the way for miracles to occur. The key to unlocking the power of this prayer in moments of urgency is faith. Just as Moses fully believed in the power of divine connection, you too must approach this prayer with unwavering faith and intention. When you speak these words, do so with the conviction that the divine is already working on your behalf, even if you cannot yet see the results. The power of this prayer lies not just in the words themselves, but in the intention behind them. Intention is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the human and the divine. Before you recite this prayer, take a moment to connect with your deepest desires and intentions. Ask yourself what you are truly seeking. Are you calling in clarity, healing, abundance, or protection? Be specific in your intention, as this clarity will amplify the power of your prayer. While it is important to be clear about your desires, it is equally important to align your intentions with divine will. This means surrendering the outcome and trusting that the universe knows what is best for you. When you pray with this level of trust and surrender, you open yourself to even greater blessings than you could have imagined. Moses didn't just recite words, he fully believed in their power. When you speak this prayer, do so with deep reverence and faith. Feel the energy behind each word, knowing that you are tapping into the same spiritual codes that have unlocked miracles throughout history. The story of the Red Sea is more than a historical event. It is a spiritual lesson for all of us. Each of us faces our own Red Sea moments, times when we feel trapped, when every door seems closed, and when no solution is in sight. But just as the sea parted for Moses, your path can open for you when you call on divine power. Trust in divine timing. The story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, divine timing is at work. The sea didn't part until the very last moment, when all hope seemed lost. This teaches us to trust that the divine is always working behind the scenes, even when we cannot see it. The power of action. Moses didn't just pray. He took action. He lifted his hands and spoke the sacred words. This teaches us that prayer must be accompanied by action. When you pray, do so with the expectation that the divine will guide your steps and show you the way forward. This prayer is deeply rooted in the creation story, with each verse corresponding to a day of creation. Each verse carries the energy of that divine act, making the prayer a powerful tool for aligning with the creative forces of the universe. 1. The first verse, the power of light. This verse connects to the first day of creation, when God said, "Let there be light." When you speak these words, you are calling light into your life, breaking free from darkness and asking for divine liberation. 2. The second verse, the power of purification. This verse corresponds to the second day when God separated the waters. It represents purification, a cleansing of the soul and an opening of the heart. 3. The third verse, the power of protection. On the third day, God created vegetation, symbolizing life, nourishment, and abundance. This verse asks for divine care, provision, and protection. 4. The fourth verse, the power of illumination. This verse connects to the fourth day of creation, when God placed the sun, moon, and stars in the sky. These celestial bodies symbolize divine order, guidance, and clarity. When you speak this verse, you are calling upon the energy of illumination. It invites divine wisdom to light up your mind and soul, bringing clarity and understanding. Just as the stars guide travelers, this verse asks for divine guidance to help you navigate life's challenges and stay on the right path. 5. The fifth verse, the power of vitality. This verse corresponds to the fifth day of creation, when God filled the waters and skies with living creatures. It symbolizes abundance, movement, and the flourishing of life. When you recite this verse, you are calling upon the life-giving energy of the divine. It is a prayer for renewal, vitality, and the ability to move forward with purpose. This verse invites freedom, expansion, and the removal of limitations, reminding you to live a life of joy and limitless potential. 6. The sixth verse, the power of manifestation. This verse connects to the sixth day of creation, when God created land animals and humans. It represents grounding, stability, and the realization of divine purpose. When you speak this verse, you are tapping into your divine nature as a co-creator. It is a prayer for the power to manifest your desires and bring your dreams into reality. This verse also asks for a firm foundation in your life, reminding you that you are supported by the divine in all your endeavors. 7. The seventh verse, the power of rest and completion. This verse corresponds to the seventh day of creation, when God rested and sanctified the day as holy. It represents completion, peace, and divine fulfillment. When you recite this verse, you are acknowledging the importance of rest and reflection. It is a prayer for peace, contentment, and the ability to appreciate the fruits of your labor. This verse reminds you that true fulfillment comes from living in harmony with the divine. This prayer is a journey through the 7 days of creation, connecting you to the divine forces that govern your life. Each verse carries the energy of a specific divine act, making it a powerful tool for transformation. Whether you seek light, purification, protection, illumination, vitality, manifestation, or rest, this prayer invites divine blessings into every aspect of your existence. To fully harness the power of this prayer, approach it with intention, reverence, and faith. Here are some practical steps for incorporating it into your spiritual practice. 1. Set a clear intention. Before you begin, take a moment to connect with your deepest desires. What are you seeking? What do you want to invite into your life? Be specific and clear in your intention. 2. Recite with reverence. As you recite each verse, do so with deep reverence and faith. Feel the energy behind each word and know that you are tapping into the same spiritual codes that have unlocked miracles throughout history. 3. Align with divine will. While it is important to be clear about your desires, it is equally important to align your intentions with divine will. Surrender the outcome and trust that the universe knows what is best for you. 4. Incorporate into daily practice. Consider reciting this prayer at dawn, sunset, or in moments of urgency. Make it a regular part of your spiritual practice to stay aligned with divine energy and invite its blessings into your life. This prayer is a powerful tool for aligning with divine energy, setting intentions, and inviting transformation into your life. Whether you recite it at dawn, sunset, or in moments of urgency, remember that the power lies in your intention, faith, and connection to the divine. Trust that just as the sea parted for Moses, your path will open for you when you call on this sacred prayer. May your journey be guided by divine light, and may you experience the miracles that await you.